Hey y'all, today we're going to be doing a project I've been wanting to do for quite some time. We're going to be reupholstering these inserts in the door panel. We're also going to be reupholstering that insert on the dash right there. So first thing we're going to do is remove these door panels, and then we're going to dissect this door panel a bit. There's some plastic riveting going on as well as normal screws. We're going to strip that off, and then we're going to do some reupholstering. Let's jump right into it. Hey y'all, so here we have the factory inserts removed from the door panels. I went ahead and labeled each one to make life easier when reinstalling these later on. Something I would definitely recommend is taking photos of all these factory folds and cuts, so when you reupholster yours, you can have some idea of how it was done from Toyota to make it lay correctly. So, that being said, let's go ahead and go up front and take a look at that dash insert. Alright, so I removed the dash insert. It's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is remove this piece. It's held on entirely with clips. Then you're going to come around, pop this trim piece out, also just clips, and then remove this piece. And one more time, entirely just clips. So all that's left then is a Phillips head right here, a Phillips head right here, and then you pop this insert out, and this piece that's held on by the Phillips head here, there's a little piece of insert that goes behind it, so you're going to kind of come over and out and be gentle with it, and then you're all set. So the next step from here will be removing the factory fabric and cushioning, and then upholstering the new stuff. All right, let's get into it. All right, so now that we removed the OEM fabric and batting, we're gonna go ahead and install this new batting with some contact cement. Now that the contact cement has dried, we're going to flip these on over, and I'm going to pry this up just towards the edge of the plastic insert. Then I'm going to take a new razor, and we're going to just slice this batting along the edge to give us this clean edge for when we go ahead and install the fabric, which will then fold over onto the plastic. Once you're done, you should be left with an end result that looks something like this. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the next three, and then we'll jump into the next step. Next up, we're going to be cutting into the new vinyl. This new vinyl does have a pattern on it, so I spent some time and lined up where I want this pattern to be on the inserts. And I'm going to somewhat trace the factory inserts, but I'm going to go a little bit bigger to give myself some leeway. And after that, we're going to do the same method of using contact cement to install it onto the plastic insert. All right, let's get going. Okay, so now for the last and probably the most exciting step, I'm going to reinstall these newly upholstered inserts into the door panels. And first thing I'm going to do is put these 3 factory screws back in. And then after that, instead of JB welding these holes that I drilled out from these plastic rivets, I'm just going to drill a very small hole into the insert itself and then use a very small screw and washer to hold those in place. All right, let's get going.
All right, let's take a look at the finished product. So we're gonna come on in here, put some wood grain in here. I think my favorite piece is probably this dash insert right there. Come on back out here. Check that out. So I know this might not be everyone's cup of tea with this pattern, but I've always really liked the GM 1970s Western style. Some of the people on the forums mentioned doing maybe like a topographical design, really whatever you're into. Consider making your vehicle your own by doing some work like this. It's a little bit intensive, but it's worth it. Just take your time. And yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. Leave them in the comment section below. But otherwise, thank you for watching.